Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be testing out some makeup from Pacifica. So this has been super highly requested, and honestly you guys, I've always just walked past this section at Ulta. I never really paid attention to this brand because it wasn't super intriguing, but I literally went last night and I was like, wow, they actually have a lot of things, and some of you guys have actually told me that you like a lot of their products, so I figured we would give them a try today and see what they have. So they don't have everything for a full face, but I did get everything that I could find to create as much of a full face as I can. So they don't have brows, they don't have bronzer, they don't have eyeliner, they don't have lashes, but you know, we're gonna make it work like always. Hopefully we find some hidden gems in here. So hope you guys enjoy the video. As always, don't forget to grab a snack and let's get started. Okay, so we are starting off with eyeshadow, of course. I'm gonna first go in with the Natural Minerals Love Stoned palette. So this palette's actually very unique. So it comes with 9 different eyeshadows and 3 highlighter shades. And then it's kind of like a little book. So you open it up and on one side you have all your shades, and on the other side you have each of the stones. So you have aquamarine, pink sapphire, rose quartz, amethyst, you know, just a bunch of the different stones. We have the chakras and their uses and a bunch of other information, which I think is very unique. I love that. I'm gonna go in first with the shade Rose Quartz just to go ahead and set my primer. I don't see a whole lot of transition colors in this palette, but you know, we're gonna make it work. They did have a couple other eyeshadow palettes as well, but this one just intrigued me the most, to be honest with you. A lot of the palettes that they did have, even the smaller ones, they didn't really have a lot of transition colors, but that's okay. I'm gonna go into the shade Amethyst, and I'm gonna be applying that in my crease. This kind of reminds me a little bit of the color, I believe it's called Stone. It's from the Anastasia and Norvina palette. This is just a really nice cool tone purple, and I know my last look that I did with my May BoxyCharm was purple, but you know, that's okay. So I'm just blending that shade in the crease. Seems to be pretty pigmented for the most part. It is showing up and it's blending out nicely. So with Pacifica, I've really honestly only ever seen a lot of their hair products, because I know their hair products are sold at like Target and stuff, but like I've never really seen a lot of their makeup. I'm pretty sure they have skincare as well, if I'm not mistaken. And then I'm gonna go into the shade Garnet, I think it's Garnet. I'm gonna start kind of applying that on the outer crease a little bit. You know what? I'm gonna just apply this all over my lid area, and then I'm gonna start creating that halo effect, because I think I'm gonna do a halo eye today. So I'm just gonna kind of pack that on there. Hopefully this turns out well. Just hoping for the best. I'm gonna pack it on and then I'm gonna blend it out, because I know it's gonna look a little crazy at first. And I'm using an Essence eye blender brush. These Essence brushes are really, really nice, and they're so affordable at Ulta. I'm gonna use a white haired brush because I feel like white hair brushes pick up matte shades a little bit better versus like a synthetic brush, and just emphasize it a little bit more. Then I'm gonna go into the shade Pink Sapphire, and I'm gonna be applying that to the center of my lid. To do this, I'm gonna use a smoky eye brush. This one is from Royal & Lang Nickel. It's kind of like a domed, pointed brush. I'm gonna dip my brush in, and then I'm gonna spray. The shimmer isn't too impressive at all. Even like after spraying it, I feel like it doesn't really show up that well. You definitely have to build it up, but like even then it's not like, you know, amazing. I'm not super impressed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this Pacifica Mineral Hydrating Highlighter. So I remember swatching this and it was so pretty in stores. It's kind of like one of those highlights that it looks white, but then when you actually swatch it, it's really, really pretty. Like it has like that purple sort of undertone. So I'm gonna go in with this a little bit on the lid, just to kind of lighten that shade up a little bit. And I think I'm just gonna use my finger. I don't know if that really did a whole lot, but I'm gonna take the shade Black Tourmaline, which is just a like deep black color. It actually doesn't look super black, but I'm just gonna kind of apply that on the outer edges because I really want that to pop a little bit more, and I felt like that other like burgundy shade that I used wasn't really like contrasting well with this shade on the lid. So I'm just gonna kind of use that same brush, which this is the Sigma E25 blending brush, by the way. I'm just gonna kind of add that in there just like that. I don't really like this eye look at all, you guys. I'm not super impressed with this eyeshadow palette. I like the concept of it, but I'm not obsessed with the colors and the way that they perform. Yeah, no, I don't like this at all. What do? Do I keep it on or do I just take this off? Yeah, no, I'm taking this off, you guys. This is hideous. This is just absolutely disgusting. Okay, I'm gonna take this makeup off. Okay, that was freaking hideous, you guys. So I just re-primed my lids. I'm not going to set my lids. Maybe that has something to do with the eyeshadows. With some eyeshadows, I feel like you don't have to set because then it just makes everything look really powdery and just not good. So let's try this again. So there aren't any really good transition colors in here. There's literally only like that purple one. So what I'm gonna do is just use a bronzer, and they don't have a bronzer. So I'm gonna just take a little bit of my Thrive Cosmetics Sun Chaser bronzer in Raya, and I'm gonna just run that shade right in the crease just because I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna use different colors, and I feel like I need a neutral blending color. I feel like the brows got messed up after doing that. Okay, let's do this again. So I am gonna go into the shade, let's go with Garnet. Once again, I'm gonna be applying that on the crease. Then I'm gonna go into the shade Tiger's Eye. I'm gonna dip and spray. Yeah, I'm not too impressed with these eyeshadows at all. Not for this price point. This palette was pricey, and there aren't a lot of transition colors, and the shades in here are just really like less than average, to be honest. So far, I'm not very impressed. I tried to do something different, so I know this is gonna be another neutral look, but I'm just gonna try to keep it simple because I tried to be a little different and then that was a disaster. So, I mean, maybe it's just me too, but no, for real. These eyeshadows, I'm gonna go into the shade Citron, and I'm gonna just apply that right over top of that shade just to lighten that up a little bit. Okay, that's pretty. Maybe I should have just did this in the beginning. This is why sometimes I just stick to my neutral looks. I'm gonna do some smoky shadow liner, so I'm gonna go back into that black color, and I'm just gonna kind of do a little wing with that. This black isn't really black either. It's like an off black. Like, it's not super intense. You definitely have to work with it. Okay, am I crazy, or does this look like a really deep teal? It's probably because it's like a stone color, so it's not really, like, the name probably has black in it, but it's really not black. Yeah, this is definitely not black. Wow, that's funny. I'm gonna go in with the Stellar Gaze Lengthening Mascara. This one, I believe, this is officially black. Yes, this is in Supernova, which is black. So I am going to just do a quick coat of this. The wand looks really, really nice and big. So I usually don't judge mascaras. I talked about this before, but I don't like to judge them based on my top lashes because I feel like my lower lashes are way better than my top lashes. But, you know, I'm going to just do a quick coat because I am going to do falsies, but I will obviously use this later on when I'm finishing up the eyes and let you guys know really how it looks on the bottom lashes. Okay, yeah. I'm going to just pop on some lashes and then I'll be right back and we'll do the skin, which hopefully the skin products will be a lot better than the eyes. So I'll be right back. Okay, I don't love this look, but once again, lashes really do make everything better. So I'm gonna move into the skin and hopefully we'll have some good products here. I'm gonna start by priming with the Natural Minerals Cherry Matte Mattifying Primer. So it is supposed to help with oil control. I'm gonna really just focus this on my T-zone. So apparently this has wild cherry extract. It's silicone free. Kind of looks like a lotion. So let's see. It feels like a lotion. It smells good. We're gonna see how this wears throughout the day, but like, you know, so far, feels nice. I feel like it definitely at first feels like a moisturizer, but then it really absorbs the oil. So this says it delivers a blurred focus finish with oil control benefits. So I really don't feel like it blurred like pores or anything like that, but I do feel like it did absorb the oil on my skin. So now for foundation, I have two different things here that I picked up. I'm just going to use one of them today. So we have there a light clean foundation, which is oil-free anti-shine satin finish, and then we also have there a light multi-mineral BB cream, which this BB cream is supposed to like adjust to your skin tone, which I think is really cool. Which one do I want to use today? I'm gonna use both. In another video I'll use the other one, but I don't know which one. I mean, I am going to the gym. I know that it's bad, but I'm gonna have to use makeup to the gym, so I feel like the BB cream might be a little bit more ideal. So you know what, let's go with this. I'm gonna use the foundation in an upcoming testing new makeup video. It says it's an all-in-one bare skin tint illuminating primer, perfecting finish, and a shade matching technology. So this is what that looks like. The packaging is really cute. Doesn't have any silicone, petroleum, parabens, or anything in it. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, let's see if it's gonna adjust to my skin tone. I've only really ever tried one thing like this. It is from Sephora. It's called the Herboring CC cream. I really actually like that. So we'll see. Yeah, this is very, very light. Like this isn't gonna give you like full coverage or anything, but I feel like since today, unfortunately, I'm gonna wear this makeup to the gym, I feel like something light might be more ideal. I never wear makeup to the gym. I know some people do, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I mean, you know, do whatever makes you happy. I don't like to because I feel like it's just, for me personally, it doesn't work well with my skin. I'm gonna layer this up and see what happens. Feels very like thick on the skin. It doesn't really feel super creamy. Like it kind of feels like just like a sticky mousse type thing. Yeah, this is definitely like your skin, but better. It's not gonna give you coverage. It's really just gonna kind of like add just a really pretty tint to your skin. You can still see things peeking through, like I am breaking out a little bit and you can see that peeking through, but it's like really pretty on the skin. So I'm gonna go with concealer now. So I have here their Natural Minerals Liquid Concealer. This is full coverage, long lasting, and I got the shade 14NM, and I also got the shade 18WL. Packaging is really cute. It's very simple, which I do like. So I'm gonna start off with the shade 14NM, which might be neutral medium. I already don't love the amount of product that's coming out of this. I feel like it's very, very light. But you know, that's okay because I know not everybody wants full coverage. This concealer is light coverage. I'm not even really seeing medium coverage. If you don't have a lot to cover up and you have really good skin already, I think you would like these products. If you have problem areas, scarring, you might not like this because it's not really going to do much for you. It's kind of just like your skin but better type of thing, you know what I'm saying? So my skin isn't the greatest right now, so I'm not loving these products, but like I'm not loving the products right now on my skin currently, but I feel like I would if my skin was like perfectly clear. But they are really, really pretty and glowy, you see? I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set. I'm gonna use their Cherry Velvet Matte Translucent Setting Powder. Looks very cute. Comes with a little lid for the sifter, which is nice. Oh wow, this definitely smells like cherries. I'm gonna just apply this underneath my eyes. Okay, so when you press, the powder comes out, which is cool. Oh wow, this really smells like cherries. That's very interesting. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with their Mineral Neutralizing Mattifier. This is just their Cherry and Minerals powder, and this is just in shade 1. My Ulta didn't have any other shades, so I'm not sure if they have a ton of other ones, but you know, I'm gonna just use this. I'm gonna just use a Wet n Wild powder brush. I'm just gonna lightly set the rest of my face. I'm gonna do something different today, and I'm not gonna do any eyeshadow on the lower lashes. I don't know, I'm just not really feeling it for this look today. So I'm gonna just do a little bit of mascara, and again, this is the one from earlier. We're gonna test it out and see how it looks. It's not doing a whole lot for me, to be honest. The mascara for me is a dud. Really quick, I'm gonna just finish up the eyes since we're here. I'm gonna go back into the eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna take the Citron shade and I'm gonna just pop that in the inner corners and brow bone. I will say this shade is like really, really pretty in the palette. And it's like very brightening, which I like. I need some bronzer on my face, so I'm gonna go into my Thrive Cosmetics bronzer once again. They didn't have a bronzer, which was really shocking to me because I feel like bronzer is one of those like classic things that most brands have, but maybe they didn't have one there. My Ulta, I felt like they weren't like super stocked on this brand. I feel like bronzer also always makes a lot of things better. When the makeup is a fail, the bronzer just kind of brings things to life. I really actually do like the way the face products look. Like, even though they're so like coverage, I feel like it really does make your skin look really pretty when you don't have the full coverage foundation on. Like, it just looks very fresh, and I'm excited to use those products when my skin is doing better. Okay, for blush, I have this cute little palette here. This is the Cherry Cheek Powder Palette. Comes with four different powders in here. So it looks like we have like a super light baby pink, which I probably will never use, honestly. And we have like a really light highlight shade in here. So I might use that highlight, but I'm gonna use these two blushes today, which are really natural, like rose tone blushes. I'm gonna use this brush from Japanesque. I'm just gonna mix the two shades. A lot prettier than what I thought it was going to be. These are normally not the colors that I would go for. They're very pinky, but you know, it's pretty. I'm just gonna kind of blend that out a little bit. Okay, for highlight, I'm gonna go into the one that I used earlier, their Mineral Hydrating Highlighter. This one is an Ice Baby. See, this is really pretty. It's like a different type of shade. You see that? It has like a purple, pinky vibe, and that's gorgeous. And I think I'm gonna top that off a little bit with the shade Queen of Noise down here in this cherry palette. Okay, that's a little bit lighter, as you can see. Okay, the highlight's pretty. Probably one of my favorite things that I used, to be honest with you. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set my makeup really quick. I'm gonna use the Cherry Matte Setting Spray. It has cherry and raspberry leaf. They also did have a dewy one, but I figured since today I'm gonna go to the gym, you know, let me get the matte one. Smells like cherries. Kind of smells like medicine a little bit, but you know, it's not a bad scent. Of course, we gotta do the lips. So I'm gonna go in with their Enlightened Gloss. This is a Nourishing Mineral Lip Shine, and this one is in the shade Opal. Looks really, really cute. They had a bunch of different shades, but of course I went with like the neutral one. Didn't see any lip liners or anything like that, so I'm gonna use my Kokie Retractable Lip Pencil in Warm Nude really quick, and then I'm gonna top this off. Oh, that's pretty. This smells like Play-Doh. Wow, it's crazy how scents can bring you back to a time in your life. Like, I'm literally 7 years old again. And I'm not mad about it. Hi, Mom.
Good morning, hija linda. ¿Cómo amaneciste?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Bien, estoy bien, gracias a Dios. ¿Qué te iba a decir? ¿Tú tu papá quiere ir al gimnasio ahora o más al ratito?
Sí, podemos ir al gimnasio ahora. Estoy ahora terminando mi video casi.
Ok, pero ¿estás lista?
Sí, yo me cambio rápido.
Ok, yo voy ahora, ok?
Bye. For those who always want me to talk Spanish in my videos, there we go. Okay, so this is the completed look. Honestly, this was more of a fail than what I expected and what I wanted it to be. There were a lot of products in here that I wasn't a huge fan of, but there were some things in here that I can see myself using in the future as well. So let's really quickly talk about some of the things that I really did not like right off the bat. So first, you guys know this eyeshadow palette for me is cute. It's a cute concept. I like the theory behind it, but I don't like the colors. I don't like the pigmentation. I don't like the quality. Not for this price point. I mean, if anything, I feel like this, if it was maybe a $10 palette, I could grade it and be a little bit less harsh with it. But this was around $21. So it's not super affordable. It's not super expensive, but it's like, you know, it's not super affordable. So it's just, it's very, very less than average to me. Like, the colors were just not up to par, and I'm not impressed. So that eyeshadow palette for me was a huge dud. Something else that right off the bat I don't like also is their mascara. I'm not a fan of the way that this makes my lower lashes look. I just don't feel like it did much with lengthening. I felt like my lashes just look really tiny, and it's smudging already on the lower lash area. So I'm not a fan of that. This blush palette is cute. I'm not a huge fan of the color. I mean, like, it's pretty on the cheeks, but it's not something that I can see myself using in the future. Would I repurchase this? No. And I can always tell if I love a product, if whether or not I would go out and repurchase it. So for me, this is going to be a no-go. Let's do a little flash test right now, and I'll let you guys know if I like this translucent powder or not. So let me turn off my ring light. Oh, yeah, the powder for me is a big no. You can see the white cast. It doesn't really even look super flawless on the skin. It's kind of just like, I feel like sitting on top of my face and not so much like absorbed. It just feels very powdery and I'm just not a fan of it. So far, not loving the translucent powder. This powder, the pressed one, could be really nice, I feel like, to touch up with throughout the day. It's not like terrible. I'm not super picky when it comes to pressed powders, but with translucent ones I am. But this one I will keep using. But yeah, for the most part, everything else I really liked. I do like this lip gloss. I think this is pretty. It's like a really nice topper. I really like this BB cream. I feel like I said, if you have really, really beautiful skin already, you don't have a lot to cover up, this would be a really nice on the go, just everyday type of BB cream, because I do feel like it is very luminous, very beautiful on the skin. But I think this would be more ideal for me in the summer. I feel like my skin thrives in the summertime and it just does so much better versus in like the spring and the winter. So I will keep using this because I do like that really pretty enhancement that it added to my skin. I'm not in love with the concealers and I'm not in love with the packaging. Like, there isn't a lot of concealer that comes out of the applicator when you dip in, so it's not like a favorite. If I had to choose between the BB cream and the concealers, I'm definitely gonna go with the BB cream for sure. I also really did like this hydrating highlighter. I feel like this is really pretty, like this purple tint. That's gorgeous. The Cherry Matte Setting Spray, I'll have to keep using it. Again, we'll see how it wears throughout the day, but I do feel like it did mattify my skin, that and the powders and everything that I used. But, you know, this is nice. I don't mind the smell of it. It's not too overpowering. So I feel really 50-50 with this brand. Half the products I really did like. I feel like I disliked more products than I liked, but that's okay. We're gonna see how these products wear throughout the rest of the day. I'm gonna go to the gym and run some errands, and then we'll be back and we'll do a little check-in and see how everything looks. So I'll see you guys in just a few. All right, guys, I'm back. I look a hot mess right now. I am ready for a nice hot shower, but this is what the makeup is looking like. So also, I did change my shirt because I went to the gym. It has been several hours since I have been wearing this makeup and since I have checked in with you earlier this morning, and wow. My eyeshadow, first of all, looks a hot mess. I absolutely do not like that eyeshadow palette. That's probably my least favorite thing that I tried out of the entire look. That and the mascara for me is like awful. I absolutely hate that mascara. The eyeshadows are definitely that bad. Like, this is just awful. I mean, thank God I have the lashes on because it looks a little bit more presentable, but like in general, not good at all. To be honest, I feel like the blush has totally faded as well. So for me, the blush palette is a no-go. Definitely do not recommend. And also the concealer, I'm not a huge fan of it either. I feel like honestly it looks worse after wearing it for several hours versus when I first applied it. So for me, the concealer is also a no-go. I'm a little bit shiny on my forehead, but it's like nothing crazy. I do feel like the mattifying products that I used did do a good job for me, like the primer, the setting spray, like I did like those. This translucent powder though is another thing for me that I would not recommend. Obviously the white cast is awful, but I don't think the powder actually looks good on the skin. So this pressed powder, I'm kind of like in the middle with it. This is the Mineral Neutralizer Mattifier. I can't say that I love it and I can't say that I hate it. I'll have to keep using it and I'll let you guys know, but so far I'm like, I think the translucent powder really threw me off. So I'm gonna keep using this and I'll keep you posted. Let me know if you guys have tried their pressed powder. The lip gloss, also after wearing it throughout the day, isn't my favorite. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not something that I can see myself repurchasing or going out and like using all the time. It's kind of just one of those like whatever type products. So I'm gonna have to pass on this. I have so many other lip glosses that I prefer that I think perform better, look better, feel better, etc. So out of everything that I tried, I do have 4 products here that I can see myself using again that I actually did enjoy. So first, I did enjoy their multi-mineral BB cream. I felt like this is really pretty. It's still obviously on the skin. Like obviously my makeup doesn't look amazing because there's a motorcycle, like always. But my makeup doesn't look amazing because I did go to the gym and I was sweating and everything, but I don't think that it looks totally terrible as far as my skin. Obviously my shadow looks like poop, but the actual skin I think is nice. I like how this is kind of like a skin enhancer. It's not going to add any extra coverage, but it's just going to make your skin look really pretty and fresh. So I think this is going to be nice when I have a good skin day. So this I do really like. I also did like the mattifying primer. It didn't do much for my pores, but as far as mattifying, I think it did a good job with that. So I will keep using that. And the setting spray, obviously I'll have to keep using it, but so far so good, but I'll keep you posted in a couple of days or a couple of weeks the more that I use that. My favorite thing that I tried, I think, is probably their Mineral Hydrating Highlighter. I feel like this is so pretty. You can see right here, it's just like a really pretty like pink, purpley, just iridescent to it. It's so pretty. By the way, don't mind my nose. I need to clean it like yesterday, but yeah, I do really love this highlighter. This is my favorite thing that I have tried in the shade Ice Baby. I think this is beautiful. Really, really love it. So this is my favorite thing that I tried. Everything else for me was like a dud, or like I'll pass on it, especially for the price. So let me know what you guys think. I honestly expected more from this brand, but I would love to hear your thoughts. If you guys have tried any of these products, what are your thoughts? Maybe let me know also if there's something in here that I absolutely need to try that I didn't try today. I will be testing out this new foundation very soon. That's probably going to be next week's video, so stay tuned. I'm going to be testing out a bunch of brand new makeup, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, that is everything for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for all of your continued love and support. I love you all, and I'll see you soon.